Welcome, Aries, to the Temple of Consciousness. Please come in. My name is Ava. I'm going to be your oracle today. This is your forecast for August 2024 and is relevant to you if your sun sign or your moon sign or your rising sign is Aries. I have Jupiter in Aries, so I've got a little sprinkling, a very positive place for the sign of Aries in a chart, and I'm very inspired by Aries. So, what this is a combination of astrology and tarot. I try to use some astrological aspect of the month as an anchor for the reading, for the tarot reading. The tarot reading is a very simple reading. It's a 4-card spread. The first card is the overall energy or mood or theme of the month, and the second position is the challenge. And the third position is the unexpected, what you might not expect for the month. And then finally we sum it up with the final card, the outcome card. So let me begin. In August 2024, we still have Mars transiting through Gemini. It's also being reinforced in the background by Jupiter. This is a very powerful combination. And Gemini, for you, Aries, is in your third house. The third house is your house of communication, networking, your immediate environment, and how your energy connects to the community, to your community. So it's about how you communicate. I'm a yoga teacher, and in yoga, the 5th chakra is the throat chakra, the chakra of communication. It's just below the 2 final chakras that bring you into spiritual recognition, understanding, awareness. So the throat is the bridge between spirit and the earthly plane. It's very important how you communicate, and your words, the words that you choose, not only identify who you are in the moment, what you are, what you think, what you feel. The evolution of your soul is revealed through your word. And this is a wonderful opportunity for you, because Gemini, Mars in Gemini is the sign of communication, exemplary, clear, exciting communication. And with Mars here, you've got the energy to hone your skills, develop your communication skills. And since Jupiter is there, there's an expansion of this area of communication. And so you might feel a real uptick in the amount of emails and phone calls and speaking or writing or communicating in whatever way you can your ideas, your wishes, desires, they are communicated out this month in a very positive way with Jupiter there. This is beautiful. Now, I like to highlight Jupiter and Venus often as what is influencing the month, because these two planets move quickly. So they are about the current moment, the current events. They refer to them, they activate them. And Venus moves into Virgo on the 3rd, I believe. And we have the Sun in Virgo coming up, I think, the 23rd or the 21st. Forgive me. But we have the reinforcement of the Sun, the power of the Sun, and we have Mercury also in Virgo. And for you, your Virgo, being in your 6th house of work and health. And so here is another coincidence of symbols, because Virgo is very much a sign concerned with their health. They're often obsessive about their diet, their health, their physical condition. And it puts a very practical, rational energy into this sector of your health and your work. Again, Virgo is also a sign of hard work. They're one of the hardest working signs in the zodiac. So their work ethic is unmatched. So there very well could be an uptick in your work. But again, the amount of work, the kind of work as well, being something that demands a lot of punctiliousness, detailed, being very detailed, being very exact and analytical. This is then something that applies either to something in your work or to do with your health. So these are your concerns, but this is a positive, symbolic symbol of becoming very detail-oriented, analytical within this aspect of your life. So I think that it would be a great time, especially in the summer, because it's summer, for you to investigate diets, exercise, yoga. I'm going to plug my profession, which is I'm a yoga teacher. I don't think there's any other physical health regime more beneficial than yoga, and I would very much recommend that you start yoga. I have some yoga on my YouTube channel, this channel, if you're interested. So other than that, let's just end the astrological reading for the month of August right here, and let's begin your tarot read. I like to infuse the reading with some sound therapy, and the sound of these tuning forks create an atmosphere of healing and joy. So we're going to begin your reading with the sound of healing. It's a beautiful vibration. These are the cards from the Weight Rider deck. I'm going to take a moment to put some randomness into the order, and I'll take this moment also to thank you all for your messages. I love to hear back from you as to how the reading has affected your life, or what its correlation to the events of your life are. It's interesting for me. I thank you very much for those communications. And I also would like to thank you, those of you who like and share and subscribe. And I've been gone for 6 months, and I've lost a lot of ground in doing so. So I appreciate that help in getting me back on track. And at the end of this reading, there'll be a little piece on the tarot itself, if you're new to the concept of the tarot, or if you're not. And it announces my private readings. I have several of them on my website, grandcentralhealing.com. Many times people need more in-depth help. And I've been reading tarot for over 45 years, and would appreciate the opportunity to help you. And that way it's also possible for you to support these free readings. I have several categories, and if you need a reading quickly, there's an emergency reading that encompasses all the various kinds of readings that I offer. And they are also of various prices depending on your particular budget. I appreciate your help. So now let's begin your reading. The first position is the position of the overall energy, mood, or energetic theme of the month. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles. And I believe this refers then to the astrological aspect of Venus in Virgo, reinforced again by the Sun and Mercury, in your 6th house of work and health. What's this is saying symbolically? Let me draw you in to the image first. It's an image of a farmer who's grown his crops, and the pentacles represents the fruit of that enterprise. He has one single pentacle at his feet, and he's standing on a crossroad between the lush outgrowth of his labor, but on the other side of that road is a newly plowed field that's been made ready for that single seed that single pentacle that's at his feet. So it's about staying the course, realizing that within the realm of your health and your work, you've planted seeds that are bearing fruit. And it is important for you to take the fruits of that labor, that effort, and invest in the future. Your health is, at this point, showing signs of improvement, growth, development. Stay on course and invest in perhaps new techniques, diets, exercise, so that you can develop your health and well-being further in the future. And if it's about your work, the same thing. You're doing well. What it's saying is reaffirming that the choices that you've made have produced for you some abundance, some reward, but you must take that and use the profits, use the success to launch into even more fertile ground. That's the implication of the Seven of Pentacles. It's a wonderful card. So it means that it's a a congratulations from Spirit, saying you're doing well on both those fronts. Keep it up. Don't give up. And be practical and conscious. He's contemplating. He's meditating on his pentacles, on what he's done, on his progress, and making that meditation something that can add imaginative fuel to the next steps in regard to those two issues. There you go. So, all right. Now, the second card represents your challenge. And here we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords represents a female who may be an air sign, who may challenge you this month, just to get that out of the way. It could be very just matter of fact. That's what it is. But symbolically, she represents, first of all, advanced, refined communication. And so I think that this is referring to or referencing Mars in Gemini, Jupiter in Gemini, in your third house of communication. What it's saying is that you're going to need to communicate very clearly, very succinctly, unemotionally. In other words, you need to remain impartial. Untriggered. And that's going to be difficult because, again, we've got Mars in your house of communication. Mars is the planet of aggressive energy. Symbolizes aggressive energy. You take the initiative. You speak your mind. Sometimes this is very blunt and forceful communication. So you've got to be careful of not letting your anger or your disappointment or any emotional reality that you're feeling actually affect your speech, so that you can deliver clear information. She's stoic. She's the most stoic of the queens. So a certain amount of stoicism is demanded from you in your communication. Very interesting. Very interesting. So, stay cool as a cucumber, Aries. I know Aries is a very passionate and, of course, fiery sign. And you can get riled up pretty easily, you know, especially if you feel something deeply. And that's why it's asking you to kind of disconnect from that so that you can remain rational or just look rational and not offend or become too intentional with your needs. Just hold back. That's what it's saying. All right. So then, in the position of the unexpected, we have the Hierophant. So the need for conformity. Unexpected need for conformity or unexpected need to exhibit more traditional behavior, more conservative, socially acceptable behavior in a sense. Very much like the Queen of Swords, who's reticent and measured and controlled in her emotional behavior. So, again, this could be about the Hierophant is about curtailing, bringing in, creating boundaries, and staying within those boundaries. Boundaries of tradition. So it represents institutions, church, government institutions. Some unexpected connection is happening towards institutions, hospitals, church, school, academia, all of that. It could just simply mean an unexpected wedding invitation or a wedding moving from just living together and wanting to make your connection more serious, more traditional. That's a possibility as well. This represents marriage. But just the appeal also to authority, getting an opinion from someone who has more knowledge and wisdom than you. This is also about investigating resources of knowledge, traditional, historic resources of knowledge that might be something that also pertains to your communication, to having to communicate, perhaps something that is more traditional, a whole body of knowledge from a traditional source. Since we're in this communication stage during August. So this is some of the ramifications of the Hierophant. But the Hierophant is also very comforting. Comforting to have known boundaries, known parameters, known limits, and staying within those parameters and finding more depth within that carved either intellectual, spiritual, or physical space. And finally, we have wealth. So all your hard work, and it again, Virgo, in your 6th is indicative of hard work, and so is this. But the 10 of Pentacles is about the reward for your hard work, and it's about sharing your wealth. It's about connecting more deeply with family, helping those who are younger or older than you, uniting towards a goal of building stability and security. So all of what might be occurring during August furthers your connections to either blood family or those who are your friends, associates who are close to you, with whom you share similar goals, with whom you have a flow of energy. And this then reinforces that and brings you into a closer relationship with either those associates or your family members. It could be inheritance, large sum of money that comes all at once, that comes from your heritage, the generations that have built their wealth and have provided you with the security and the foundation that you need. Now, that's in some instances that could be true, but this is generally just bringing the family together like a team and working towards mutually beneficial goals. This is beautiful. What a beautiful reading. The only problem is that you have to work for this month. You've got to work for the benefits, but it's celebration with family, enjoying family, deepening the relationships within the family. It's a beautiful, beautiful way to end the month, especially in the summer if you're up here in the north where we are experiencing summer. But that is the overall mood of the month, and it's beautiful. So abundance of material wealth, well-being, and also emotional well-being, because you're being supported emotionally around you. Your challenge this month is to keep level-headed, rational, practical, and to speak clearly, precisely, and from your heart. There you go. Thank you very much for coming to the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next month. Please wait for the next little video that I made. I hope you enjoy that too. And thank you for whatever help. And I just want to say I'm very grateful. You have no idea how grateful I am to be back. Namaste. The origins of the tarot have been veiled in mystery. We know that its mystical allure has intrigued people for centuries. The tarot has evolved through the ages to become a tool for divination, self-reflection, meditation, and spiritual exploration. It has its origins in ancient Egyptian philosophy, but it's also been influenced by the modern rise of occultism and many various esoteric systems. All of this accumulated wisdom that it spawned and knowledge has been gracefully handed down to us. I personally have been captivated by the mysterious powers of the tarot for over 40 years. And I've found that each reading can offer profound insights, revelations, guidance. It can even be a gateway to the very depths of our soul. I've dedicated a large part of my life energy into understanding the multitude of dream symbols and images that the tarot uses to help open up our psychic mind, that portal into our own depth and soul. If you need any help in understanding yourself, your relationships, your job, your career, or your chosen life path, please don't hesitate to purchase a reading, a personal and private reading from me. I would very much enjoy helping you. Thank you. All my love and namaste.